After finishing my undergraduation, I did my post-graduation in Sathya Institute of Higher Learning for my MBA course. So during the MBA, I actually as a little reserved type of person who never interacts much, and I always concentrate on Swami, not on anybody else. So that was my life till my undergraduate course. And when I went to MBA, we had to do group discussion, team building, presenting before an audience, talking before an audience. All these were, something alien to me. I never done it. So you can well imagine how a first-time person standing on a stage will feel. So obviously I was very nervous, very tensed. So my first time talking in my MBA class before my classmates, 28 of them with the teacher, presenting some topic about Krishna as a management, as a master or as a god, something like that. I don't remember the exact topic, and when I presented I was so tense that I couldn't even present my topic properly. So that day evening when I came back to my room after darshan, I was still feeling bad. I said, Swami, you chose me for an MBA, then at least I should have had the capability to speak and present. You can't leave me like this, and then I have to face the class, I have to present. How do I do it? I don't have the capacity, I have never done it. So you have to help me out. So that day night I prayed and I slept. I remember after the night prayers, we have a beautiful Hanuman Chalisa chanting in our room in the hostel. After that I just sincerely prayed to Bhagawan, Bhagawan bless me with the capacity to speak something so that I can interact with people. That's very important for me. And I slept. So in the dream, I had a beautiful dream. Bhagawan came near me. He said, Indi. I told Swami, I am not able to speak in the class. I have to take a class. How do I speak? I am so afraid. He said, nothing will happen, don't worry. And then he just waved his hand over my head. And I felt so thrilled and blissful. When I got up in the morning, I remembered the dream. I was so supercharged. I just went to the class. I still remember the second presentation of mine was on child-proof packaging for a marketing presentation. And I did so well that my classmates were amazed. He came and said, what is this transformation, man? What happened? Last class I saw you struggling, and this class you are able to blast off. What happened? What is the secret behind your success? I told Swami. So in Parthi, anything happens for Bhagavan's grace, we tell. So Swami, they didn't understand anything more, they left it. But what actually happened was this: Swami came and blessed me, and that was the difference. And that is exactly why I am able to speak to you all now before an audience without even a trace of fear. During my MBA days, Bhagavan used to take every first batch of MBA students, management students to Kodai for about 10 days to 15 days and keep us with him and speak to us about various truths on spirituality. He used to cover a wide range of subjects, ranging from daily activities, how it should be, right from, you will all be surprised, from brushing your teeth, how you brush your teeth, how many times you brush your teeth, up to the wisdom of non-duality. You can see the range. To that extent, Bhagavan used to talk. And it's such a beautiful way of his expression, which every one of us know, is something unforgettable. Just as a sample, I'll recollect one such beautiful incident. One day as Bhagavan was speaking like this to us on the topic of Dattatreya, there was a sage with us, sannyasi, who recollected a beautiful sloka, Vishram Darpanam Dashyamana Nagare, saying that the world is a reflection in a mirror, the consciousness, something like that. Swami also elaborated on the various spiritual topics, and suddenly he waved his hand and created a beautiful golden disc. He just showed us. It had so many figurines. We couldn't see closely because he was just holding it in his hand. Then Swami himself explained, saying that these are Ashtalakshmis. You know what happened just now in Himalayas? There are two people doing a lot of tapas to have the darshan of Ashtalakshmis. So I went and gave them the darshan. I showed them this disc and gave them the darshan. Then it just occurred to me, you are all there with me. Since I have created it and shown them, why not show it to you all? So I brought it here. Something unbelievable. Imagine Bhagawan, how kind, how merciful, that some people did tapas in Himalayas to have a darshan of this for years, and your association with them is so valuable. Based on that, he is able to give it to you just like that. He said, because you are my boys, you are with me, I thought I'll give you also the benefit. So I brought it. So that is how the Lord intervenes in your life and blesses you profusely beyond your expectation. Swami used to tell us so many times that you do my work sincerely and I do your work. And there are enough instances in every devotee's life where Bhagavan takes care of the person's life when they are doing his seva. Many devotees have that experience. So this happened in Kodai. So after that we had a very wonderful time with Bhagavan, and Bhagavan came back with us back to Bangalore. We had our industrial tour going to different companies, and evening come to Trai. Then very soon our MBA course came to an end, and I was waiting for Bhagavan's instruction to go further. So Swami called all of us for an interview once our MBA course was over and gave us instructions beautifully, specifically to some people, saying that you will go to foreign, and he created one raksha and gave it to that boy and said, take it with you, don't forget. Like that, every individual person of 28 people he addressed, blessed, and said go. So after that interview, most of my colleagues left, but since my father, mother, grandmother, everybody is here, I stayed back with a few of my colleagues who are also staying here. And Swami said that since you want to stay here, I'll give you some job. So he gave me a job in the computer center, so I started looking after computers. And I was teaching in the institute computer science for MSc Maths boys, C++ programming, and for MBA boys, basic programming. And it went on for a few months, 6-7 months, when 1991 came by and Swami's hospital construction started. During that time 50 computers arrived from US, from a devotee. So Swami told us to take charge of the computers, configure them and install them in the hospital. So in 1991 the hospital was opened. I remember in the cardiology OPD we had a small room, computer center, where we assembled all the computers and distributed in the hospital and used them. And programming, I remember I myself did it and deployed it. So from that time up to nearly 10 years, 2001, me and my team deployed the software as well as the computers in the hospital and took care of the hospital management system. Later on in the year 2007, we went for a new system which we got from Bangalore, which had much more advanced capabilities, and shifted to a database, Oracle database, and everything was centralized. But one thing which we ensured is we have data in the hospital system right from 1991. Every patient's record is available with us, both in typed form as well as scanned form. So that way we have both the backups with us, and we have all the data from day one of this hospital. And that is how, by making strides, progress every year, now we are nearly a paperless hospital, except for requirements which are specific legal requirements for which paper has to be used. Otherwise, in our hospital, at all stages, we have eliminated paper wherever possible. And now we are further going in technology to see if tabs can be integrated and better technology can be given. So our stride for perfection is propelled by Bhagavan's perfection himself. During our hospital stay, those days when we joined in 1992 December, I joined the hospital. I left university and Swami told me to come out to the hospital and take care of the computers. So I joined here. I remember nearly 4 to 5 times a month Bhagavan will visit the hospital. He will take rounds to all the departments in the hospital, interact with so many staff in the hospital. Many of them will ask Bhagavan their personal problems, some of them the hospital problems, whatever. Bhagavan interacted so lovingly and so kindly and sorted out all the matters. And personally he will attend to any expansion being happening in the hospital, any upgradation happening in the hospital, Bhagawan will personally involve himself. I still remember how so much of interaction Bhagawan had to build the urology department and also the ophthalmology department with experts in the field of ophthalmology. Bhagawan interacted with them and saw that every requirement is provided. So that way, his involvement in every stage of planning, in every stage of implementation is a great lesson for all of us. An administrator should not only be an overall person looking at overall matters. Bhagawan used to take care of even the minutest step in the project, in the process. So that shows how a person should take interest and put so much effort so the project becomes a huge success. So that is how Bhagawan's work, Bhagawan's life is itself a teaching example for us to follow. We are lucky that we had Bhagawan himself showing us how to live. My working in the hospital, we used to do morning the hospital activities to our best of our capability and rush in the evenings for bhajan. And by the time we go for bhajans would have already started, so we'll sit there and join the students and other devotees in bhajan darshans. And once in a while Bhagawan used to call us and speak. One such occasion, there was a question from one of the staff for the hospital, Whitefield staff, when they came for the anniversary. Swami gave them an interview. In that they asked a very beautiful question which I want to share with everybody because it helps everybody. They asked the question, Bhagawan, we are doing service to patients as per Bhagawan's guidelines and in the hospital and doing our best to see that our work is perfect. But how do I know we don't make mistakes? Is there any guideline which Bhagawan can give us, which we can follow to ensure that all our actions in the hospital are correct or perfect? Then Bhagawan said, I'll give you a beautiful formula. Apply it to every decision you take in the hospital. You will see that it will all be perfect. So everybody was thrilled, and Bhagawan told, just follow this simple formula. Patient first, institution second, you last. That is all we need to follow in every situation or decision you take in the hospital. Then it will be correct. Actually, if you see, this is the same thing which Bhagawan had told, at an individual level. Bhagawan told it as a story. Bhagawan told us before once, when we were a student, that Pandavas are close to Krishna, whereas Kauravas were not. One of the reasons was the priorities Pandavas had in their life totally differed from what Kauravas had. Swami told Pandavas always had in their life Krishna first, world next, I last. Whereas Kauravas always had I first, world next, God last. That is why Krishna was close to Pandavas than Kauravas. So the same thing Bhagawan told in a beautiful way, adapted it to the hospital atmosphere. So this was one of the most beautiful lessons which Bhagawan gave us in one of the interviews. To have Bhagawan as a protector, as a guide, as a soulmate, as a Pranasakha is something, an unimaginable combination which I think I should say we are very, very, very lucky to have. And more than anything else, I would also like to highlight at this moment that working in the hospital should not be taken lightly. This is Bhagawan's work. We are participating in his sacred mission. He has propagated and started this mission of serving society in such a selfless way, I don't think any human being can ever do. So to be part of such a sacred mission, where there is not even an iota of selfishness, is something which I would consider as my greatest fortune. And imagine, to get to do such a sacred work doesn't come by everybody's life. So that is why I really consider working in Bhagawan's institutions as a redeemer, as a redeeming instance, or one which liberates me. Once I remember Bhagawan telling to us, even as a student, when you are in Puttaparthi, I don't want you to do any great sadhana. I don't want you to go and meditate under trees. I don't want you to do some continuous namasmarana for days. No. He said, do the work I have allotted to you with all sincerity. Wherever you are, do the work which I have allotted to you with all sincerity. I will see that your life is fulfilled. Now tell me, who can give such a guarantee to anybody? Nobody can give such a guarantee, not at all possible. Only the Lord, in whose command everything is there, can give such a statement, such a guarantee. So, as children, when we heard this statement, it didn't make an impact, though fortunately it was recorded in my mind. But when I recollect that now, I very well understand how Bhagavan has blessed all of us who are working in his institutions. He not only gives, as Bhagavan very often says, Ihamuni Sukhimpaka Hemataraka Vidya, Paramuni Sukhimpaka Brahma Vidya. So not only does Swami give worldly knowledge and experience, he also gives knowledge which liberates you. And such a beautiful combination is possible working in his institutions under his guidance. With such a beautiful Lord with us all through our life, serving him, what else can we call him other than PRANASAKHA? He is more than life, he is more than our own life. His love alone has brought us up so well. His love alone shines through us. Whatever is our capabilities which people may recognize is nothing but purely his love manifesting through us. That love to Bhagavan, that offering attitude to Bhagavan is what contributes to the real quality and the perfection in this hospital. So Bhagavan is certainly the driving force behind each and every employee in this hospital. I am so grateful to Bhagavan to have given me such a beautiful chance to work in this lovely institution. Thank you.